Brazil, located in eastern South America, spanning 8.5 million square kilometers, making it the 5th largest country by area. The population of the country is around 211 million as of July 2020. The population is somewhat of a problem because more than half of the population is middle class and there is an income inequality. Also, there are violent crimes in the favelas, also known as the slums, in Brazil. The current head of the government is
Jair Bolsonaro.
And the economy profile of Brazil is considered a mixed economy, having some market-based qualities and other planned qualities. It is considered a somewhat poor nation, as there is a large gap between classes, and there's 4.2% below the poverty line. However, it is considered one of the more affluent South American countries. The economy of Brazil is considered to be growing from the recession they faced in 2015 and 2016, but this rate is considered to be very slow. They face several instances of government corruption, and the GDP has only risen by 1%. However, inflation has went down to a historic low for the country of only 2.9%. The GDP per capita is $15,600, and the real GDP per capita is around $9,432. This leaves Brazil at a rank of 108 in terms of GDP per capita. This compares to the USA at rank 19 with a difference of almost 100. The revenue generated from their budget was around $733.7 billion as of 2017, and the deficit was $756.3 billion with a negative 1.1% of GDP. This means that the country is at a deficit within the budget. As of 2017, there was a 12.8% unemployment rate, and this is somewhat of a problem for the nation, as there are not enough young people involved in the workforce, as noted by the CIA website, therefore there are not many skilled workers. The major natural resources of the country include iron ore, soybeans, and coffee. The main items they export are transport equipment, iron ore, soybeans, footwear, coffee, and automobiles. Their main imports include machinery, electrical and transport equipment, chemical products, oil, automotive parts, and electronics. The country profits with $217.2 billion in exports, with only a minor subtraction of $153.2 billion in imports. Their main trading partners in terms of exports begin with China at 21.8%, the US at 12.5%, Argentina at 8.1%, and the Netherlands by 4.3% as of 2017. Their main imports come from China at 18.1%, the US at 16.7%, Argentina at 6.3%, and Germany at 6.1% as of 2017. In Brazil, their currency are known as reals, and for every $1, it's about 3.19 reals as of 2017. The inflation rate of the country currently is 3.4%, and it's not a problem compared to the recessions they've had in recent years, compared to 2015 and 2016. The nation is currently being affected by the global economic crisis because the economy is projected to contract by up to 10% in 2020. And a fun fact about the country, the president has currently tested positive for coronavirus. Finally, an article from the New York Times about the Brazilian president contracting coronavirus had stated in the article the negligence of the safety practices of the Brazilian people and its president. There are currently 1.6 million confirmed cases of coronavirus and 65,000 deaths, which is more than any other country other than the US. This relates to macroeconomics in terms of the production's possibility curve. Brazil's production's possibility curve will shift left or decrease because the amount of actual people able to work is decreasing. Furthermore, the efficiency of the country will only decrease as the country begins to implement social distancing practices. This will most likely decrease the amount of people at work and the amount of people spending money within the country. Just as a quick sidebar, this is from my professor as an aside. This will be posted to YouTube, so I do want to make this brief, but I did want to break up a little bit of the monotony of looking at PowerPoint after PowerPoint, and I decided to do a video format just to make it a little bit easier to watch and something that you don't exactly have to go over so rigorously. I also didn't want the video to be very boring, so I did throw in one or two jokes, but I hope I don't get penalized so much for it, but I didn't want the video to be as boring as watching a regular PowerPoint presentation. In the description of the video, I'll be leaving a link to the original Google document that I was working off of. It's not formatted very well because I was just using it as a note sheet, but it's got all of the relevant information for this topic on there, and the full works cited page there, but I will be including a bibliography at the end of this video here. And yeah,